This is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from Ford Field.
Yo.
And a big hit there on the opening kickoff. Wow, that is going to set a tone for what could be a very physical game. The Lions call their first timeout. Here's 1st and 10. Patrick motioning here. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Herbert. It is brought in the end zone. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Next to score, Chargers 7, Lions 7.
Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Going up top. That's hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Patrick motioning here. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And that'll get the penalty yardage back. He gains 5 to set up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Patrick motioning here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted.
Some plays are gonna work all the
Picked off by
time.
Alohi
You gotta
Gilman.
find something different.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Like that was an accidental pick or rip or whatever it was. But still.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Dobbins. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he'll get this up to the 20.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. A throw left side there. Not going to find the target. Incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
The open man is Johnston. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Herbert. Now he takes off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Now it's Dobbins. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. On play action, now Herbert escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
I don't think we all appreciate enough just how difficult it is to throw on the run. The technique, the arm strength, the accuracy, all of those things on complete display on that 1st down pass.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
of the gun, here's Herbert. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's over the middle and intercepted.
Good shit.
It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
Patrick motioning here. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Patrick motioning here. From the gun, it's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
On 4th down, Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open.
He gets free. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. On first down, Herbert. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Third and long. To throw is Herbert. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in. You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Throwing on second down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they
You might as well, yeah, but I say you might as well do that because that play right there you're doing is not funny.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short.
How you miss?
No good. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back It is quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. And this ball's going to go out of bounds, not the way you want to begin the second half. The football will be marked at the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. It was Derek Barnes with the stop. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done. Here we go on 4th down with Herbert.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. Pistol here for Herbert. There's his tight end, Disley. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Herbert. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run this one in.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front?
A dive, and he's in! Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Reynolds now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On play action, Goff. And for a
It's over.
time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And his offense is going to be all set up.
The rest of the quarter, man.
Short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And the Chargers first down.
They send the tight end in motion. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. The Lions call their first timeout.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He connects with Disley. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey.
Told you, man, it's over.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now the play clock winding down, a whistle, and perhaps a false start. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E.
His kick is good. Next to score, Chargers 17, Lions 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down there. And
GG.
that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.